Hey, what's up? Another amazing week. Market breakdown. Like I said, with leadership. I'm in the office right now, and I'm actually looking at gold. Hope you guys actually love it. Let's get into the works. Let's go. Looking at gold, really, before I actually get into any heavy analysis. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, as you can see right there, before I could even zoom in, I'd say that gold has been going down for some time now. So first thing I want to do is definitely just highlight where the price obviously has been moving from, or where it actually comes from. Let me just get my vertical line. So I'm just gonna highlight this price here as the highest point that I see obviously on the 4-hour time frame. I don't want to go far too back. Really, my initial point here is just to focus on current price, and then obviously and then for the next thing I'm going to do is basically just highlight my lowest point without using the horizontal line. The lowest point I can see besides the current price will be going back as far as 29th of June at exactly 3 o'clock on the dot. So as you can see, price has been moving very aggressive, because if I can highlight my high point as I'm doing right now, you can see that the price has actually moved from the previous high point and already broke the latest and previous lowest point. So definitely I am confident that this market is going down and will continue to go down for some time. So why am I looking at gold? Gold for this week really looks like a very potential sell for me. So guys, do look into it. But let's get into the breakdown. And as I want to show you, I want to give you a basic breakdown on how I actually go into the market each and every week and view the market. The very first thing I'm noticing on gold, before I can do anything, actually look into any price, I want to first highlight the highs and lows, your support and resistance, your demand and supplies, however you call them. But the second thing I want to do, just so change the color of obviously my vertical lines, my horizontal lines, just so I know when I place them and how I place them. So I know my blue line obviously highlights the highest point, and then the other blue one highlights the lowest point I've seen. So I'm changing my horizontal lines to red, just so I know that these red lines, I use them specifically to actually highlight my support and demands, or support and resistance, or supply and demand, or highs and lows. Really, I just say highs and lows. The talk doesn't really make the money. It's the market where the money is at. So right now I'm highlighting the highs and lows. If you look into it, I'll pick up that high there. I want to highlight this one initially because it's very close to that one, and I might have to actually highlight it, or just analyze it, or just highlight it in a different time frame. We're just gonna just pick up highs and lows off the naked eye using the 4-hour time frame. So I see a high there. First, I'm just gonna highlight all the highs. See another high there. Simple. Just see another high there. So see another high there. See another high there. And then I see another high there. So all these highs, I'm highlighting them based on the 4-hour time frame. So as you can see, my latest high point, or my latest obviously resistance point, is actually lower than the lowest point that I've actually highlighted from when you look going back to price, the blue line, guys. So what I'm trying to explain here is that the latest high point, right, is actually below the lowest price that I can see in the 4-hour time frame. What does that mean? Obviously, shows that price has been moving down so good and so consistent. So obviously, we do see that gold is a potential sell. It's been selling. We've been selling gold. So I'm actually inviting you onto the train. I said, jump into the train. It's an amazing ride. So now, as we can see, I don't have to do anything. Nothing. I don't have to actually highlight the price. I don't have to do anything that deep, or even try to pick up patterns to actually see that, look, gold is a sell. It's quite evident. It's very clear. The question is now, how do we get the entries? It's quite simple. So we have to scale down to a lower time frame. So obviously, scaling down to a lower time frame, we have to make sure that we understand exactly what we're doing, right? So I go 1-hour time frame, and I'm zooming out. As I zoom out, I then can see all the highs and lows that I did highlight on a 4-hour time frame. So then I can use that to understand the momentum of this chart. So as I'm looking at the momentum, and I can see that, okay, look, the market has been moving down consistently and perfectly. It's been a clean trend. It doesn't even need a trend line. Even if I were to put a trend line, let's just say, for not argument's sake, but for analysis purposes, English there. But yeah, for analysis purposes, for us to be very confident about this trade, can you take the trend line from the highest point and drag it all the way down? Can you? Yes, I can. Let me just do that. Zoom in a bit, so just move the price back. So If you still need more confidence on that, to say, okay, will the market continue to push down consistently? At the moment, it has not even attempted to break price, to change direction. So it's been going up, as you can see right there. It's been going up. Let me just get something, so I want to highlight that for you. It's been going up. So the market came to touch here, as you can see right there. Came to touch, left. You know? Came to touch right here as well. You know? And obviously left. So yeah, I just want to highlight all those touching points. So all these parts that I'm actually highlighting are all the touch where the market came to resist, hit a touch. So if you want to actually follow the trend beyond just your support and resistance, you can even use the trend line. Your trend line obviously here does indicate that, look, I have no intention. I have no intention of leaving this price or this momentum that I'm on. I'm going to continue moving. I'm going to continue moving down and just keep following me, keep analyzing me, keep making money off. You know, can you make buy positions? Can you take buy positions here? Yes, you can. Are they guaranteed? Are they profitable? Are they not dangerous? What are the risks? You stand a higher risk of losing your money if you want to trade against this trend. You know, I'd rather put my money on the sell, but obviously this analysis is to help you understand what exactly I'm trying to help you monetize the market in all angles. So let me actually get one of these tools here. I forgot which tool that was that I used to use to actually that's an emoji. Okay, let's leave that. There's one tool I used to use to highlight certain areas, but it's perfect. I think you guys still see it. So okay, sorry, let's get rid of that. Actually, let me just use the horizontal. Okay, let's do this. Let's use this one. So rectangle actually allows us, as you can see, another zone here with the market, obviously. Now in this area it gets a bit tricky. So if you look, the price doesn't really price doesn't really touch the trend line, but it decides to go and respect the previous low. So the previous low is here. This is the previous low. After the market actually broke that, let me zoom into you guys so you see exactly what price I'm talking about. So the previous low, obviously, this is the previous low section here. The market goes up, giving us a high, obviously for us to sell at the previous low, giving us a new high. As the market keeps going down, obviously we do keep adding positions, knowing that exactly it's gonna come and break price right on this low. After breaking price, the market will obviously go back and support there. After supporting, it will definitely resist, reject, supply, demand, whatever you call it, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. Goes back to the previous low, creating a new high. It bounces there instantly. We take out more sell positions since the market hits there, then we come back down. You see, but why did price not actually go touch the trend line? Because it is still within its original price. If you look at the trend, the momentum still stays. As you can see there, the market pushes down, breaking the low as usual. It breaks that low. Can you see it breaks that low, comes back up again, makes that low, the new high. You keep selling. The whole idea here is to allow yourself to monetize off the trend. Keep killing the trend. Keep killing the trend. Keep spotting the sell entries, you know. But can you actually go against the trend? Yes, you can. There are buy positions. If I actually change the highlight color, good. Are there high positions? Yes, they are. Here's a high position. I mean, not high. Are there buy positions? Yes, there are buy positions. Here's a buy position. Is it profitable? Yes, it is. But what's the danger? Are you willing to put your money on something that can instantly have you go broke in seconds? Are you brave enough? Are you a strong leadership? Look, I trade the reversals and I trade the trend as well. So can you, of course, consistently and allowing your practice to make you a master slowly, you know, just don't be too greedy. You don't want to find yourself trading because you've been greedy, then that would be a problem. So the first thing you want to do, as you can see with the rectangle there with the highlighter, the red highlighter, I've highlighted that from here. This would have been a clean buy trend, a buy entry till you actually see price approaching the previous low, then you close. Same thing that would have happened here, even with this price here. So every single low here is a potential reversal buy. You can definitely trade it, but the best trade to take here is definitely sell. So as you can see, price kept going down, but I want to move quickly to where the price is currently moving, and obviously then we can start anticipating what could be the possible next trade. Obviously, the possible next trade is quite basic. We know that we have to look for sells, but is the sell the current trade? Good question. So let's go back to the chart. I'm gonna zoom in right to the current price. This is what gets interesting, man. It gets interesting. Is the interest way? Interest rara. Okay, let's get back to So it works. 1 hour time frame. Instantly, I want to go to 30 minutes. I know exactly what's happening now. I know the price has been selling. Price is going down. I hope to identify more sell entries. I want to see sell entries. I want to sell more. Gold has to be sold. Look at this. Zooming out obviously on the 15-minute time frame. Instantly I can see highs and lows. So I want to obviously go back to my rectangle and highlight the possible high that I see. I see price has broke the previous low. When I zoom out, let me see there. When I zoom out, I see that the price obviously did push down and broke the previous low. So and currently it is currently resisting on the previous low. So I am definitely seeing a sell here. Did price go back to the previous low to give us a high? It has. It went back 3 times. Once here, went back. It's good. If I highlight this section here, you can tell how many highs are in this area here. So the price actually has come to this previous low area 3 times. But why does it look like, let's zoom in. Why does it look like the price has moved a bit too deep into the previous low? It's because of the time frame. If I go to 1 hour, all it looks like is just a line. Can you see the price is just sitting on that line? But 15 minutes, why do I say 15 minutes? Because 15 minutes or 30 minutes allows us to actually see price for what it is and more accurate. So price did break the previous low and is currently sitting on the previous low, has created highs and still creating highs. Is gold a sell? Gold is selling, definitely. If you're watching this video right now, get a your phone and sell that shit, man. You know, or look for more. If you do see this video a bit later, and this entry is passed, look for entries just like this. As you can see right there, this is 30 minutes. I love these kind of entries. So these are the most consistent and profitable entries. The market goes back into the area. This is what I keep. As I see the price now tempering with the previous low, giving us a new high. This is what I actually want to start. I start anticipating sell entries. I take my first entry. I see it consolidating there. Take second entry, and I'll keep adding more positions up until the price actually moves down. But what is the risk? Can the market go against you? There's no way, because you fully analyze this, and we've seen it from 1 hour, from 4 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and now obviously we're about to move on to 15. Before we do that, I can see the price has been moving. Some people say, but no, how sure am I that the price will move down? How sure am I the price will move down? How can you confirm that? Go to 15 minutes. This is where now the purpose of a trend line comes in, right? When you have trend lines are mainly used to identify breakouts or possible change of directions. So how do you spot a possible change of direction? Take the trend line from a low point, I sink it directly into the highest point that I can see on the 15 minutes time frame. So what I can spot here off the naked eye is that when price obviously was pushing back in, it was consistently just moving up. And I'm just looking for 3 touches. 1, 2, 3. This is 15 minutes. So which means if I go to 5 minutes time frame with the same trend line, I should see a consistent uptrend or reversal that has traveled on my, oh, there we go. So that means when I get to 5 minute time frame, I should see a consistent reversal that has traveled back up to the previous low that we've highlighted on the 4 hour time frame. Remember on the 4 hour, we did highlight this, obviously is one of the lows and highs where the market is reversed to. So if you look there, the trend line that I have placed, I'm just going to fix it there, that I have placed on 15 minutes when we go down, we actually instantly identify a pattern that reversed back to the previous low, creating the new high. So my first entry would be here. Why? Because I see it tempering. I see it going into that area there, into the previous low area, giving us a new high and rejecting, which means this is definitely a possible sell. If you're not confident enough, it's cool. You don't have to trade like the leader. If you're cold feet, it's cool. Wait for it to break out. There's it. It then breaks the trend line. Let me zoom into that. You see that trend line? It then breaks it, confirms. Wait for it to actually retest. Comes back and retest. Where does it retest? Obviously on the inner low of the previous high. You take your entries right here. This is still a potential sell zone. The market does come down, consolidating, goes back up, doing something called a stop loss hunt. You know, goes back up. This is not really a big negative, small peanuts negative to hold. So you stop, hunts you, whatever you're still reading, it's cool. But if you're patient, look at that. The market now starts moving down. It moving in and out of profit up until, as you can see, the current price. We go back to 30 minutes. You would have had, somebody says, but the graph is not moving. It's not going down. It's not going down. It is going down. If anything, the market has been consistently giving you more opportunities to enter this specific sell over 3 times. You could have sold here, could have sold on this breakout on the retest, sold here, sold here, sold here, sold here, goes down, you go into profit, deep profit, you can take your profit, or you're like, no what, I'm going to add more positions when it goes back up. It comes to 2. There's 5 entry points. There's over 5 entry points on a 30 minutes chart, right? On this specific entry point on gold. That's something you don't want to miss. So just make sure you go check out gold right now. And this is obviously my heads up on what you can potentially trade this week. It's gold. Look into that. And if you don't want to trade gold, go into other currency pairs and use the same method that I'm using, that I've shared with you right now. This little bit of skill can help you better your trading. Look, go into the market and chop it and chop it. I'm looking for my current entry point on gold. Until next time, love, appreciate. I see you guys in the week where I'm going to post a market breakdown and a market update. This is the market breakdown. I'll come with the update before the end of the week. And let's see how much money we can make. From me to you, love and appreciate. From the leader, let's keep making money with the biggest in Africa, RCG. I'm out.